The United States is punishing North Korea over new tests of a new intercontinental ballistic missile system. The Biden administration announced the new sanctions just today. They target a Russian network that the U.S. reports is helping the country build its weapons program. The Pentagon spokesman John Kirby called the recent tests a clear provocation.
They give us, as well as so many other nations, added concern about the kinds of capabilities that the North is trying to develop.
U.S. officials say North Korea conducted two recent missile tests, one at the end of last month and another a week ago. Officials say the launches were likely used to test parts of a new intercontinental ballistic system, the range and capacity unknown. The country hasn't tested an ICBM in about 5 years. Victor Cha's here, former director for Asian Affairs at the National Security Council and an NBC News contributor. Victor, unlike other recent tests, North Korea tried to hide these. What does that tell you about Kim Jong-un's plans?
I think it tells you that they are really dead set on developing and deploying an operational intercontinental ballistic missile capability. It is unusual that they hid these tests. They hid what the purpose of these tests were. But I think they plan in April to show us all what they can do with an ICBM.
They plan to do that in April. Go on.
I think it's likely in April because April 15th is a big day in North Korea. It's the birthday of the grandfather, the original leader of the country. And they've already signaled that they're headed in the direction of moving away from the moratorium on testing that they had during the Trump administration. And we see activity at the nuclear test site and at the large satellite launching site.
I was going to ask you about that because there are these new satellite photos that show just what you were talking about. It appears to be construction, the first construction in years at this site. And by the way, they told us back in the day they blew that thing up and showed us weird pictures. I don't know why we ever trust them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they did say they blew it up and they did send pictures of it, but there are 4 tunnels at that particular nuclear test site, and they may have blown up 2 of the tunnels, but they have 2 that are still usable. It will take them some time to refurbish it and get it ready. So that's why I think we're, maybe months away rather than days away.
We're hearing from the White House that President Biden is, as they put it, open to talks with Kim Jong-un. Is that worth anyone's time?
I certainly don't think it's worth doing before they test. I think no matter what we do at this point, they are going to test both the ICBM and probably a nuclear test of some sort. Maybe people can try to pick up the pieces after that, but North Korea is really set on putting as much pressure on the Biden administration and the new South Korean government that was just elected yesterday.
A nuclear test. That's all we need.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for your time tonight. Appreciate it.